As a homeschool mom of 6, we have officially outgrown our learning space. We're going to transform the current playroom into the new big schoolroom.
I already took up the rug. Now Zach's home from work, so we're just getting the last of the few big pieces.
A growing family is forcing one Bates household to rethink how their home works. A seemingly innocent outfit has somehow reopened the old conversation about Bates' modesty, and a familiar church tradition looks very different now that Carlin is experiencing it as a mother herself. Whitney and Zach are creating a bigger homeschool space. After admitting their family has officially outgrown the old one, Kaybrie's floral look has Reddit comparing her with the Bates sisters, and Carlin's latest family recap shows Layla, Zade, and baby Harvey making VBS memories of their own. None of these started as dramatic updates, but each one ended up revealing how much life around the family continues to change. Whitney's latest project started with a problem that was becoming impossible to ignore. As a homeschool mom of 6, she explained that the little schoolroom that had served their family for years simply wasn't big enough anymore. So instead of trying to squeeze everyone into the same setup, Whitney and Zach decided to swap the schoolroom with their larger playroom, giving the kids more space to learn while turning the former schoolroom into a new play area. The transformation quickly became a family project, with Zach coming home from work and helping clear out the larger toys, while JJ eagerly joined in. The playhouse, toy kitchen, couch, and wall decor disappeared. Whitney cleaned the empty floor, and suddenly the old playroom was ready for something completely different. Then came the biggest part of Whitney's plan. She had found new desks during a major Pottery Barn sale, with each setup getting a hutch and chair, and Zach took over the assembly while JJ stayed close to the action. By the time they finished, 4 wooden desks were positioned around the room, paired with cream chairs, and giving the children individual spaces they didn't have before. Whitney was thrilled with how everything was coming together, although she was already thinking about adding something in the middle for Lily and moving the bookshelves as the room develops. The makeover isn't finished, but the biggest change is already obvious. This is no longer a playroom with school furniture added to it. They are building a space specifically around the way their family learns now. And somehow, after all that furniture moving and assembling, Whitney's biggest uncertainty was the rug. She asked followers whether it was really the one, but her comment section seemed much more convinced. Carlin loved the transformation, the Bates family account joined the praise, and Kaybrie was equally enthusiastic. Followers loved the wood tone of the desks, the idea that each child would have their own workspace, and several told Whitney the rug actually made everything feel cozier. JJ also earned attention for being Zach's little helper, while fans praised how much of the project Zach tackled himself. The room still has finishing touches ahead, but the reason behind the makeover is more interesting than any final reveal. The family has grown, the children's needs have changed, and the home is changing with them. Kaybrie's latest post was far simpler, at least until Reddit got hold of it. She shared a sunny portrait wearing a romantic floral 2-piece outfit and paired it with a faith-centered message about being more aware than ever that every good thing comes from him. On Instagram, nothing about the reaction suggested controversy. Followers called her beautiful and gorgeous, someone wanted details on the outfit, and another echoed the religious tone by saying, "God is good all the time." It looked like exactly what Kaybrie presented it as, a pretty outfit paired with gratitude. Reddit saw something else entirely. A thread focused on Kaybrie's look and immediately turned it into a question about which Bates sister might be next to dress similarly, bringing the family's old modesty standards straight back into the conversation. Josie was suggested as one possibility, with speculation that her connection to Kaybrie through Warden and Kelton could eventually mean some overlap in their styles. Others quickly pointed out that Katie has already appeared in a bikini, and that Carlin has worn outfits that would have looked very different beside the stricter clothing viewers associate with the Bates daughters' younger years. That is where the conversation became more interesting than the original photo. Kaybrie never said she was challenging family expectations, and nothing in her caption framed the outfit as some kind of statement. The rebellion existed almost entirely in the interpretation. Some Reddit users went beyond clothing and criticized her hair, appearance, and lifestyle, but those reactions only showed how quickly one fashion discussion can become something much more personal online. Meanwhile, the comparisons with Josie, Katie, and Carlin highlighted a bigger reality. There isn't one obvious adult Bates style anymore. The women are making increasingly individual choices, even while viewers continue measuring those choices against the image they remember from years ago. There is also something almost funny about the contrast. Kaybrie posted about gratitude and faith. Instagram showered her with compliments, and Reddit ended up debating her neckline and predicting who might dress like her next. Whether she intended anything beyond liking the outfit is impossible to know from the post, but she certainly managed to reopen a conversation without ever joining it herself. Carlin's latest update took things in a much sweeter direction, documenting a full week of vacation Bible school with Evan, Layla, Zade, and baby Harvey. Carlin described it simply as a whole week centered on the one who matters most, while the carousel showed what that actually looked like with 3 young children: oversized VBS shirts, church activities, siblings together, parents carrying babies, and plenty of little moments in between. The Junkyard Redemption theme appeared throughout the week, with colorful displays and green event shirts turning the church into a playful setting for the kids. Layla and Zade were photographed participating with other children, walking hand in hand, posing inside the decorated junkyard display, and enjoying the activities together. Harvey was obviously too young to experience VBS the same way, but that didn't stop her from becoming one of the cutest parts of the recap. She appeared in an oversized green shirt, was held up inside the church, and later sat between Layla and Zade on stage while all 3 matched. Evan was right in the middle of it too, carrying Harvey and moving through the activities with the older kids, while Carlin appeared holding hands with Layla and Zade and posing with them throughout the week. The post didn't feel like one polished church photo session as much as a family memory album, capturing what the experience looked like from different corners of their week. Followers seemed to love those smaller details. The Bates family account called the Post sweet. Zach singled out the oversized shirts as his favorite, and others enjoyed seeing the children singing and interacting together. Some even commented on how much Layla and Zade resembled each other. But for longtime followers, there's another layer to seeing Carlin share moments like these. She grew up as one of the children being brought into a large family's church-centered routines. Now, she and Evan are the parents doing the bringing. Layla and Zade are building their own memories from those traditions, while Harvey is already being carried along before she's old enough to understand any of it. And that may be the most interesting thing happening across these updates. Whitney is making physical room for children who no longer fit the setup they once had. Kaybrie is being judged against family expectations that look increasingly different on the adult Bates women. And Carlin is watching her children step into traditions she once experienced from their side of the picture. No major announcement was needed. Sometimes change around this family is easiest to spot in a new schoolroom, an outfit that gets Reddit talking, or 3 little kids in oversized VBS shirts making memories of their own.